What's up, YouTube? It's your boy LordSolar Prime. I'm here to give you guys my updated deck profile for my Infernoids. I know you guys haven't seen me in a while because I've been on a hiatus from Yu-Gi-Oh! And from YouTube. And I tend to take one every year, right after the WCQ, all the way up to about September. So I'm back to give you guys my deck profile for this format. I don't think I actually talked about Decatron since its release. I know a couple guys messaged me on Facebook and we talked about it back and forth, but haven't discussed it on video. So it's going to be my first time discussing Decatron and its usefulness in Infernoid. So it's going to be a really, really cool video. As of my Infernoid deck, I took this deck to a winter box last weekend and ended up going undefeated. So I'm very happy about how the deck performed and how it's performing as of right now. I actually played a couple of games last night with a couple of my buddies. They actually came over. We had dinner and we played Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm really happy about how the deck performed. On another note, I am playing around with Ignites and I will be showing you guys that deck. Trying to make a build that doesn't utilize Royal Magical Library. If not use it at all, use it very, very lightly. I feel like Royal Magical Library just spends a lot of tires for that deck with the reward not being as great as I want it to be. So I just feel like it just spent a lot of tires. So I'm actually coming up with a build that doesn't utilize Royal Magical Library. So once that's complete, I actually show you that. And on another note, I will be showing you guys my friend's Red Eyes deck that's being played in a very, very different way. So I can't wait to show you guys that. As soon as I can get his deck and show you guys, I will be making a video. But let's go ahead and talk about Infernos as of right now. On another note, I do not care for the fusion build of this deck. I just feel like Tiara is a great card and it provides a lot of setup for the player, but I don't like what it does for my opponent. So that's why I tend not to want to play that card. So this is not the fusion build or anything like that. I just don't like the card's effect that lets you, let your opponent, put cards in the graveyard, because a lot of decks use the graveyard as a second deck. Hence, Inferno do the same thing. So I'm just not sold on that card as of right now. Play the one Anuku, the one Deviati, and this is going to be pretty standard up till we get to the part of Decatron. Triple Odontal, triple Seatsinus. I know people are tending to play this guy at 2, but the way I built my extra deck, I play this guy at 3 to accommodate my extra deck. So that's why I played 3. Playing 2 is not a bad idea, but I play 3. Triple Patrulia, triple Harmonic, and double Antra. I decided to play double Antra because I needed to make room for Decatron, and seeing as Decatron doubles as basically any one of your itty bitty Infernoids upon normal summon, I decided to cut down Antra, seeing as he's not really used as much as I used to use him anymore. So I decided to cut him down to 2. Speaking of Decatron, we have 3 Decatrons. I've seen people play him at 2, and I've seen people play him at 3. I think playing him at 2 is highly, highly incorrect. Playing this guy as 3 is what you want to do, because he answers so many problems that the deck had once before, going into games 2, 3s, and sometimes even game 1, being locked out by vanities or being held down by lose the turn. So I decided to play 3 over 2 because 2 is just not cool at all. This guy's just really, really important in breaking up vanities and pure iron walls, games 2 and 3 and things like that. For those of you that doesn't know what he does, upon normal summon and special summon, he can pitch any Infernoid from the deck to the graveyard and takes their ability, as well as their levels and as well as their name. So he takes everything from the card that he pitches to the graveyard except for their attack. So if you send a card like Seatsinus to the graveyard by Decatron effect, he becomes a level 8 Decatron on board because he takes their levels plus his own level, so making him a level 8 on board. So he becomes Seatsinus in every way, name, level, effect. But he does not get that attack boost from Seatsinus, so he gets everything else. which is really, really good. Being able to send things like Petrulio to the grave to destroy back row, or send Harmony to the graveyard to destroy a monster is just really, really huge. Or if you want to go even further, sending Deviati or Nuku in a matchup that you know you're going to use them in to the graveyard to use them later on. So it's really, really good, guys. Really, really good. Moving on for my Light Sworn engine. I still play the Light Sworn engine. It's not as big as it was. I still play it a 2 Radiance and 1 Lumina. I decided to stick with the Light Sworn engine because it gets you out of that early game that Infernoid struggle with. It gets you out of that early game and it lets you maintain a middle game. Opening with Reasoning is optimal in this deck, but there are many, many times where you just do not have it, where you will open with Charge and then you go for Raiden, and that's a really, really good amount of milling for the Infernoid decks. So I didn't want to lose that at all, even though I know people are switching over to the triple upstarts and the triple drag down to the grave, which I think that's a great build altogether, but going with Charge of the Light Brigade with the small condensed Light Sworn engine gets you out of that early game a lot better than Drag Down and Upstart will ever do. Even though Drag Down gives you information, which is a huge key to playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Information about your opponent's deck in their hand. But I just choose to play this over that. Moving on to spells, I still play the Double Void Seer, the Triple Reasoning, of course, the 1 Monster Gate, Double Charge, Double Galaxy Cyclone. I decided to play Double Galaxy Cyclone so I don't have to use my Decatron effect on back row as much. So that's why I decided to play Double Galaxy Cyclone, even though it's primarily sided out games 2 and 3. 1 Burial, 1 Regeki, 1 Book of Moon. And my personal tech is Rekindling. I know a lot of people are wondering why I play Rekindling, and Rekindling is in here to basically recur any number of Decatrons from the graveyard to the board and activate all their effects all at one time. Whether you're getting back 1 Decatron or 2 or 3, this card is just huge. It gives you a lot of advantage when you're able to put a Decatron from the graveyard back onto the board. Now, a lot of people are utilizing 1-for-1. I've seen some people use Kinkabayo for the recursion on the turn by basis, which is not bad at all. The builds that play, Upstart and Drag Down to the Grave, I think can utilize 1-for-1 a lot better than I can, because it's not too much of an idea for me to guarantee Decatron is going to be in my in my deck versus my graveyard, because I do so much random milling with the Light Sworn engine and with the charges and things like that. I can't really guarantee as much as I could if I was drawing into cards that my Decatron would be in the deck for me to utilize 1-for-1. So I decided to play Rekindling over 1-for-1 because I can just about guarantee there's always 1 or 2 Decatrons in my graveyard at any given time, guys. So that's my whole point of playing Rekindling over 1-for-1. It's just the way my deck is built with the Light Sworn engine and things like that. It's just it's a better card than 1-for-1 in my opinion. I don't think these cards are bad to use. I just think that if you're going to use the Light Sworn engine, I think Rekindling is the best way to go. Plus, I'm just a total fucking sack with that card, man. Of course, we played the Triple Mistake. I think Triple Mistake is just really, really still powerhouse of a floodgate. Being able to lock Necros out, not Shaddolls, but what's the name of that deck? Cosmos to a certain extent, and Telenites out of Game 1s, Games 2s, and Games 3s is really, really huge. I played a double breakthrough skill because having this card in graveyard is just really, really strong when you're going against decks like Shaddolls, where you can turn off a Construct, turn off a Shiganaga, and things like that. It's just really, really huge. And plus, of course, the on-board effect is just turning off a monster effect and going in is just really, really good. So that does it for the main board. Let's go ahead and cover this extra deck. I finally got me an Ancient Sacred Waver Ultimate, so I'm playing that as of right now. I played the 1 Black Rose, the 1 Michael, the 1 Scrap Archfiend, and the 1 Crimson Blader. That does it for my Synchros. And I play the 1 Dante, the 1 Crab King, because my deck can answer towers a lot of different ways. So I decided to cut Star Eater because it locks up my board when I make them and, you know, hit over towers. I decided to take him out because Crab King doesn't lock up my board. I can still put another Infernoid on the board besides Crab King and still be able to get over towers. So I decided to play towers over Star Eater. So that's why I'm playing Diamond Crab King. Of course, I played Exiton, which I can't tell you the last time I made this guy. He's on the chopping block to come out. Of course, I played Castell, Gemnite Pearl. And for my 7s, I played Draco Sack, a Red Eyes Metal Flare Dragon. Red Eyes Metal Flare Dragon provides burn against decks that likes to combo off. When you got your opponent backtracking where they have to play catch up and have to play a certain amount of cards to catch up to you to actually answer your board while he's there, they're going to actually take burn damage while they're trying to build up a board or anything like that. It's just a really strong card to have on decks that combo out, like Shadows, Gem Knights, and things like that really needs to use multiple cards to answer boards. So that's the reason I play Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Moving on to my rank 8s. Yeah, I play rank 8s now, guys. I played Felgrand, which is an awesome card. I played the number 107 Galaxy Tachyon Dragon. I played this guy over what's that? Galaxy Eyes Prime Dragon, something like that. I play him over that because of his effect. I feel like his effect is really relevant as of right now. And for the last card in my extra deck, I played one Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon. For when I actually make this guy and I don't have any really good use for him, I'm able to overlay this guy and, you know, pop face-up cards. And plus he has that 4,000 attack, and you stack him next to the Dontal or Seasimus is really good. Or even what's his name, Anuku. That's 7,000 damage on board, guys. So that's why I play full armor, just for that fit to pop face-ups and that high attack. He's an out to tower, so that's another reason why I play the triple Seasimus, guys. That's why I didn't cut it down to to 2, because I can go Decatron. If I got 2 Decatrons in grave, I can go Rekindling, bring back 2 Decatrons, overlay them for this guy, and send 2 Seasimus to the grave to make Decatrons 2/8, and overlay for this to get over towers and things like that. So that's why I decided to keep Seasimus in at 3. So that does it for my deck profile, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and please don't forget I will be covering Ignites very soon. I will be covering Red Eyes as well. I may actually make the transition to actually playing this as my main deck. Who actually knows, guys? This has been your boy LordSolar Prime, and I'm out, guys. Peace.